Welcome to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from Mystical Mount Shasta. If it's Wednesday or Sunday, it is Mystic Radio. And if you're listening on the radio, WEMJ in Laconia, New Hampshire, it's on Saturday. I'm Bob Ordinaro, Robin's husband and producer of Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. Robin and I welcome our listeners from all over the world to call the show today. It's your calls and questions that make our live call-in show so intriguing. So to talk to Robin today, pick up the phone, call now, toll free. The number is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Robin and I want to thank you for joining us today and for telling your family and friends about Mystic Radio. As many of you know, Mystic Radio is an explanation. It is an experience, not an explanation.
So what do you think of that, huh? You better keep listening and find out what he's talking about. Hi, everybody out there. I'm Robin Alexis. I'm thrilled you're joining us today. The goal of our show is to empower you to know, trust, and act upon your own knowing. Are you familiar with how it is that you know that you know that you know? You know, when you go to make a big decision, do you know how to feel into your own discernment and feel into your own free will and just have that confidence that you're going in the trajectory that you actually want to be going into? If you're not, you might want to call into the show, or if you have some other interesting experiences that you might want to share, we're right here. We want to hear from you.
And this is all the show is about, the ability to know, trust, and act upon your own knowing. So give us a call today. You can get in. You can talk to the mystic. You can get a reading on the air. So pick up the phone. I know you think about it. I know you guys think about it every week. Now's the week. Pick up the phone. Give us a call. Toll-free number, 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Now, when you call in, you have one question to ask Robin, so make it a good one. She can be of service to you in many ways. She can teach you how to manage your own energy and get the clarity about the choices you have to make in life. She can tell you about your past lives, that she's a medium, and she can talk to babies, people, or pets who've transitioned to the other side, or she can rebalance your energy. Once again, give us a call. Talk to Robin. What a treat. You'd be very lucky. There's not a lot of people who get into these phone lines, so now's the time. Pick up the phone, talk to her, ask her any metaphysical question you have. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Well, we're going to have a great show for you coming up with courageous callers, so give us a call. Callers, we'll talk about that later. Okay, why don't you do that?
Okay, well, what I want to tell you is something I do tell you every week, and that is that Mystic Radio is appointment radio. We're live every Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and if you want to come live during this hour, if you put it in your phone on repeat with alarm, bing, it'll go off and you'll go, oh yeah, it's Mystic Radio. And then you can have the phone number in your phone too, 888-298-5569. And then you'll never forget to call or hang out or share this fun vibe with us.
Great. People are calling in. And once again, if you want to talk to Robin today, and if you're in Washington, and I know the weather's really nice in Washington today, so probably everybody's out and about before the fall hits up there. But anywhere in the country, give us a call now, toll free, 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Well, let's see, I'll play the gong. I'll clear the energy for the show, and then we'll get to our callers. I'm going to give the phone number out once more, so get ready after the gong. If you do want to talk to Robin today, get ready to take that phone number down and give us a call.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Feeling that energy.
Okay, once again, the phone numbers to talk to Robin today. The toll-free number, 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Well, we're going to go over to Connecticut, and we've got Alma with us. Alma, Welcome to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from Mystical Mount Shasta. You're on with Robin.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Good. How may I serve you?
This was interesting. I had a dream yesterday. It woke me up. It felt like I slept the whole night, and I didn't. I think it was a couple hours in, and I was 18 years old again, and I was by my parents. And there was an angel lady, basically. I don't know who this woman was, but she said, "You died." And I said, "I'm talking to you. I didn't die." And so you know how spirit, of course you know this, but spirit goes through doorways and walkways, archways. And so I tested it by going through a door, and sure enough, I was walking through the door. It was in my house. And yeah, I died. And it was just so profound. It was just so... I remember so vividly. I was 18 years old again, and I was just trying to nurture my parents because they were sleeping and they didn't hear the news yet. So it was very interesting. I was wondering what you feel about that.
Well, that is extremely interesting, and I'm finding that people are having absolutely wild dreams, including myself. Lately, especially last night. Wow. Okay, so let's kind of look around in here and see. One of the things that sometimes happens in a dream is that all of the representatives, whatever role they're playing, hypothetically say it's your parents or this angel, that these are all facets of yourself that you're witnessing. So in terms of this dream, for your experience, do you feel like it was one of those types of dreams?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like when I woke up, it's all about new beginnings. Like I died, like I'm done with the old. It's interesting. So I feel like it's all about new beginnings for me.
Well, it's interesting, too, then, that is the thesis that you've come up with, because we are about to experience on September 9th, the new moon for September. This is the 9th day, the 9th month, 18 year is 9. 9 is the number. 9 is the number for completion. So it feels like you have experienced letting go or death of some sort of energy that isn't serving you anymore, but you've also been reborn into this new matrix, if you will, this new matrices. So how do you feel when I say that to you?
Oh, my heart expanded, and I just remembered because in the dream I was 18, that in numerology 1 + 8 is 9 there. That's
right. It is.
Wow.
It's extremely interesting. So I think that number is really incredibly potent for what we're all going through. And, you know, speaking of dreams, I had this really repetitive, weird dream for the past 3 months. And it was that tomorrow, which is September 6th, I keep being shown a tombstone of either, well, I don't want to say, 2 different family members or myself. It could be the day that they transitioned. And then this morning, I've just really not been feeling well in my body, and I thought, what the heck is it? And I just couldn't source it on my own. So I called a friend of mine that I could talk to, like you're calling me, and somehow we realized that my energy was picking up on what's going on in the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which is up in the Port Angeles, Washington area. And I was running an energy that, like you said within yourself, it's an energy that's dying off. And my job wasn't to have my cording go to that which is dying off, but rather to reformulate my energy to the new matrix, the frequency of this new energy that's coming in, that's going to replace that which was before. And then that's also when I was thinking in terms of the fact that new moons are new beginnings and this 9 energy, and for you to dream about that, I think that's really, really big. And for some reason, well, for a lot of reasons, but maybe I can't speak it all on the air, I think it's important for me to remind people that, you know, September 11th is coming back up again, the anniversary date of profound significance in our country. And being that this year, in this month, in this new moon is so close to that date, that it just feels very, very important to me. And one of the things that I did in response to the 9/11 terrorist attack was I put together a book called Raising Humanity by myself and 22 other storytellers. And that book was about the antidote to terrorism, which is that each one of us remember that we are like a golden thread. And when we can align ourselves with that essence, that newness, that matrix, and then each of us as individuals holding our own authenticity, weave together, we create a different type of collective consciousness. And within that field, we leave behind like the sacred wounds that taught us to remember this, and we just move into sacred memory, and we begin to create a different story for ourselves and the world. So, What else do you have to say about that, Alma?
It's just interesting because it's just the word detachment came up for me, because when we're having endings and going into a new beginning, it's catch-22 in a way. And I've died billions of times. I know you've died billions of times, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So when you do that, it's just like, are you really ready to let go of everything, to have everything beautiful, newborn shininess come in? And it's work. It's a lot of work, and the humanity is important, the collective consciousness, to do that for not only for yourself but for the world. And I know that's my work, and it's coming to me very strongly that it's time to completely detach. And although it's a process, and just like autumn, you're losing the leaves. We're all going to go through the seasons all over again, and then the beauty of nature and life. So,
beautiful. And if we can look at this, as we say on the radio show, as an experience, and we can look at this as an adventure, it will make it easier to experience whatever it is we're letting go of, and to allow or give permission for the highest and holiest for each of us to be made manifest through us. Oof, I got God bumps. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alma, for the call. That was a great call. Alma from Connecticut. If you have a question for Robin and you want to talk to her today, now, give us a call. You'll talk to her after the break. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. And we will be back after these messages. This is Mystic Radio.
Are you satisfied with how your life is going? Do you need some new metaphysical tools? Robin Alexis is now teaching classes with the unique metaphysical lessons she's learned throughout her lifetime. The response to Robin's last class offering was so tremendous, she's added an additional Level 1 class that'll start Thursday, September 13th for 4 consecutive weeks. There are 2 4-week classes, Levels 1 and 2, in Robin's Mystical Power School. The Level 1 class is about taking your power back, and the Level 2 class is how to use that power with Robin's Spiritual Toolkit. Each class is only the cost of 1 session with Robin. So for $298, you can spend over 6 hours learning skills from the master herself. The classes will be taught via conference call. Level 1 will remove the layers of human conditioning that have prohibited you from doing what Robin does and having the life you want. Level 2 will initiate you into the energy alchemy system, which includes a financial body reset. You too can live a soulful life in prosperity. Robin will accept only 8 students for this class, so call 530-859-2499 and sign up now. Students will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis. Robin's next Level 1 class starts on Thursday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time and goes for 4 consecutive weeks. Level 2 dates will be announced later. Email Bob at robinalexis.com for additional class details or call 530-859-2499 and sign up for Robin's Level 1 class now.
Would you like a private psychic as an advocate? In your life right now, during these vulnerable times, wouldn't it be nice to have someone you could speak with that would help you rebalance your energy? You would be surprised how many busy, conscious parents and professionals can't afford to mismanage their energy. They have to have someone help them. These people recognize when their energy is off kilter, and if they're calling me, they trust me to assist them. One of my clients says that I bring her peace of mind to her hectic life, and that she feels like I'm a personal, psychic, spiritual empowerment coach that she can rely on. Would you like a hand up? I'm here to serve you. You call Bob at 530-859-2499 and schedule your one-on-one phone session with me that way, or for your convenience, you can visit the Mystic Store at robinalexis.com. That's robinalexis.com. Visit the Mystic Store or call Bob 530-859-2499 and let me help you get strong to be you and take care of all your responsibilities. Lean on me. Let me serve you.
Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from Mystical Mount Shasta. If it's Wednesday or Sunday, it is Mystic Radio. And to get in touch with us for a reading with Robin, you can call us at 530-859-2499. You can check it out from the website, robinalexis.com. Follow all the details about her sessions and a lot of other stuff at that website. It's beautiful. And you can follow Robin on Facebook at Robin Alexis. Now, you're hearing some music. Maybe you're hearing some music, depending on where you are, but we do play Robert Coxon's healing music while we're talking. So if you're interested in Robert's music, you can do a computer search, and you can find out all his music. And his last name is spelled Coxon. So you can check out his music on a computer search, and it is healing music that we play in the house and that we play on the show, and it's really, really wonderful music. Once again, Robin's sessions, if you want one, you can give me a call, 530-859-2499. And you just heard about the Mystical Powers School Level 1 class. Well, we have a couple of seats left in the Thursday night September 13th class. You get to spend over 6 hours with Robin, a limited amount of students, and it is the cost of only one of Robin's sessions. And I'm going to let her talk about it a little bit.
Well, the first evening we speak about belief systems and how they can impact our ability to know, trust, and act upon our own intuition. If we have been raised by some sort of creed or dogma or religion that teaches us that listening to your own knowing is evil, and that you're going to go to hell, then it makes it very difficult to have clarity around trusting what is your own knowing, and yet knowing your own knowing can save your life, literally. I know this has happened for me. I've talked to other people, for example, where you can be in the car and you will hear, don't go in that direction, go in another direction, and you go where you're guided to intuitively, and then you find out there's been an accident on the other road. We were driving home from Ashland, Oregon on Monday night, and I turned to Bob and I said, I'm feeling a really ominous energy. And all of a sudden this car just went shooting by us, and they had the most intense energy, and I just started saying prayers and blessing the energy of that person because I could feel that trouble was brewing. And it's so dangerous on the road when people aren't managing their own energy because they're behind the wheel. And there's other things going on. So think about, how could you have a more safe, more fruitful life if you could relax knowing that you could trust your own guidance to get you out of a dangerous situation or to prevent it in the first place. So these skill sets are really important, and we are destroying them in the human race by not fostering them and teaching ourselves and remembering that we do know how to be these incredible spiritual beings having human experiences. So if you want to let go of some belief systems and get in touch with your own knowing, That's just one of the processes that we go through.
And you will also have a past life reading, a future life reading. You will learn what your aura frequency is and how to identify and protect it. And you will learn how to stay grounded and manifest from your own soul. And what this show and what we are all about is trusting your own instincts. And I think the human race has lost that ability, basically, to it's everything. They're trusting things outside of themselves, or intellectually, where they're not trusting their heart. And what we do teach, we talk about on this show, we teach in the classes, is about trusting your own knowledge that comes from your inner self. And it's always right. It's always right when you learn how to trust it and go with it.
You know, I want to bring up 9/11 again. After that terrorist attack happened, I would be called by different people who were wondering if their loved ones were still alive or not. And there was one particular individual, he's coming through right now, so I'll speak his name, New York fireman Matthew Ryan. And Matthew came through me and said to his wife at the time that he was deceased, and he said to her that he had worn the wedding band into that fire because he knew he wasn't going to make it back out again.
But that was against the rules, too. He knew that.
Yes. And his wife was like, oh, no way, he wouldn't do that. And I said, well, they're going to find his body. Interesting, it's coming up number 9 again. On the 9th floor, he's still going to be wearing his helmet. We'll have a dent in his helmet. He'll be fully intact. You'll find his body. And they did. They found him, and he was wearing his wedding band. And most of the time, they don't wear jewelry into a fire for obvious reasons. And that man knew that in his service to humanity, he was headed to his death, and knew to leave a wedding band on his finger to let his wife know from beyond the grave that he loved her. And think about that. When your last moments are coming, do you want to know ahead of time? Do you want to plan it? Do you want to leave a message for someone?
John McCain did.
Well, and we all have
Planned
that
his whole
power.
funeral.
I was, I'm actually going to be doing that myself. I really care about things like that. The other thing coming to me right now is in my third near-death experience, my great-grandmother Fosie met me, and she told me things that I had never known before. For example, she said that she had had twins and one had died, and so I was in the process of giving her one of my babies that had died who had been a twin. And she also told me that when I came back into my body, that she had written a poem, and it was in the family Bible, and it was in her desk. And so when I came back into my body, I said to my mom what my experience was, and she said, oh, yes, great-grandma Fosie did have twins and one died. We didn't tell you when you were pregnant with twins. We didn't want to scare you. And she then called my Uncle Hookie, that was his nickname, and she said, would you look in Grandma Fosie's family Bible in her desk and see if she wrote a poem? And he did, and he found it. And that poem is in the book, Robin's Song, that I wrote. And
both your books are available how?
Well, you can get them on my website, robinalexis.com, for free if you like to read on the computer. If you want to purchase them, you can go to Amazon. And now, we used to have a call, a 9/11 call.
Let me get to that.
Okay,
first, I want to
thanks.
give out the phone numbers because
Okay.
We're going to run this very special call we got about 9/11. But first, I want to give out the phone numbers. We want to talk to Robin. Give us a call. Talk to her today. The phone numbers are toll-free 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. So this is a special call we received while we were still doing the show in Santa Barbara, California, probably 12 years ago. And it is honoring the 9/11 anniversary. So, Eric, why don't we run that call? And if you do want to talk to Robin, give us a call, 888-298-5569. Let's go to the call.
Hi, Heather. How can I serve you? Thank you.
I have a question for you. I had a healer tell me that I was present at the 9/11 catastrophe. I had just arrived to New York, and it was the first day of my school program that I started. And I was standing on a street corner and saw a lot of it happen. And I had a healer tell me fairly recently that she suggested I get a clearing. She suggested that I'm not really quite sure how to say more than that, but she suggested that I might be carrying souls from that experience. I'm not sure, but I wanted to follow up on it because I haven't stopped thinking about it since she told me about it.
Well, I am very grateful for your call because I have this morning been feeling like someone was going to call in around the 9/11 incident. So now I can see that it's you. We can actually really take care of that. And I do see a number of souls. I'm seeing about 30 souls with you. Yes, and your Maharak shield is no longer broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into your field and see where these energies are attached. And it's not in the heart vibration. I'm going to look in the soul personality. It's not there either. Let's look in the soul. Okay, the soul vibration is strong. So what I'm seeing is that these souls, when they had that experience, on a soul level, they connected with yours. So let's just tell those people, okay, they're speaking. Well, they want to make sure that we realize that that was not an incident that somebody did to us, that we as a community have allowed ourselves to be victimized. And the way that we're being victimized is we're not taking responsibility for our own personal energies. And so those souls who are around you, they had a soul agreement with you, Heather, that you would be calling into a radio show or speaking in a public forum where these voices of the deceased ones who died so tragically in that experience could speak to us and tell us that it's up to us to learn to protect our own energy. And the only way we can do that is to become empowered and to say no to the influences that we no longer want in our lives, and not to focus on that energy, but rather to focus on actually appreciating our lives and realizing that we are so fortunate to be Americans, and to acknowledge it and to think about it consciously every day and not to take things so for granted. And that way they will feel that they did not die in vain. And they're also telling me that there will be more incidences that will occur, and it's up to us how severe those incidences will be, and that we have to understand that as individuals we have much more power than we think we do, and that the energy behind our decisions will determine the outcome, and that we have to remember that we are all one, and that we can connect in a unity consciousness in a place of appreciation for living, or we can create a unity consciousness of going, woe is me, the bills are high and I have to go to work, to a job I hate. And these people from the other side are saying, do you know how much we wish we still had a body that ached and that we could still go to a job that we hate? Wake up. Now, with that, those spirits are beginning to ascend into the light, and they're thanking you, Heather, for being a voice, for calling in and taking responsibility and speaking from your heart. And they're calling all of us to speak and feel from our hearts. Now, the angels are coming. Heather, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just really moved and grateful, and really honoring those souls. I just feel really grateful, and I don't know, of service or something. I just feel.
I'm feeling the same way, and I'm sure there's other people who are feeling the same way. And this is how we need to feel. We need to be grateful. We need to stay in feelings of joy and love and gratitude and appreciation. That is our job. And we all need to think about, what is it
that gives us those feelings, and we need to give it to ourselves, because it's by doing that we're going to create a safer world. And that's what Kathy Arnos was here talking about earlier, as she was talking about the whole Children Whole Planet Expo. And that's what I talk about in my book, Raising Humanity, Birthing Our Global Family. I created that book, and Kathy's creating this expo, and you're calling into this radio show because we are all fed up with the way things have been. We recognize that we haven't had role models to teach us to be peaceful within ourselves, and that we have to start now becoming the role model for the future generations, or we're just going to keep creating the crap we've been creating. And that, quite frankly, is the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
So let's all wake up and let's enjoy our lives. And if that means, you're the type of person who wants to kick back and have a beer and have a steak, do that. You're not hurting anybody. Or if you're the type of person who wants to go do yoga and just eat vegetables, great. Okay, so Heather, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Heather. That is our tribute call to the 9/11 anniversary, which is coming up in the next week. If you have a question for Robin and you want to talk to her after the break, give us a call. Now's your opportunity. A free reading with Robin Alexis. Toll-free number 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. We will be back after these messages. This is Mystic Radio.
Are you satisfied with how your life is going? Do you need some new metaphysical tools? Robin Alexis is now teaching classes with the unique metaphysical lessons she's learned throughout her lifetime. The response to Robin's last class offering was so tremendous, she's added an additional Level 1 class that'll start Thursday, September 13th for 4 consecutive weeks. There are 2 4-week classes, Levels 1 and 2, in Robin's Mystical Power School. The Level 1 class is about taking your power back, and the Level 2 class is how to use that power with Robin's Spiritual Toolkit. Each class is only the cost of 1 session with Robin. So for $298, you can spend over 6 hours learning skills from the master herself. The classes will be taught via conference call. Level 1 will remove the layers of human conditioning that have prohibited you from doing what Robin does and having the life you want. Level 2 will initiate you into the energy alchemy system, which includes a financial body reset. You too can live a soulful life in prosperity. Robin will accept only 8 students for this class, so call 530-859-2499 and sign up now. Students will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis. Robin's next Level 1 class starts on Thursday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time and goes for 4 consecutive weeks. Level 2 dates will be announced later. Email Bob at robinalexis.com for additional class details or call 530-859-2499 and sign up for Robin's Level 1 class now.
What are you doing right now? Instead of mindlessly scrolling your Facebook feed to see what some old ex is up to and then getting upset about it, or imagining a revenge fantasy because you feel rejected, make a different choice. You are personally invited by Robin Alexis to visit her website, robinalexis.com. When you accept her invitation, you will feel like you're on Robin's playground. You can choose to play with her 3 free Reiki healing portals and receive powerful healings right through your computer or mobile device. You can read and download Robin's 2 ebooks, Raising Humanity, in which she channels information from our beloved apostle Mary Magdalene and how to raise consciousness, and Robin's Song, a book about her life and how she got out of her doldrums. These books can be found under the tab Meet Robin Alexis on robinalexis.com. You can listen at your leisure to archives of Mystic Radio on Robin's YouTube channel. You can learn all about her monthly worldwide full moon meditations. What are you waiting for? Come play on Robin's metaphysical website playground at robinalexis.com. Your invitation is waiting. That's robinalexis.com. Let go of looking in the rearview mirror of your life and put your big girl pants on. Let yourself sing a song of gratitude and joy with Robin at robinalexis.com. You will feel her love and acceptance of you.
Are the events of your life or the events of the world getting you down or off balance? Successful and conscious people recognize when their energy is off kilter. Busy parents and professionals can't afford to mismanage their energy. When you feel something is not right, schedule a one-on-one personal phone session with Rob and Alexis immediately when you realize you're out of balance and things are not going well. In a testimonial, one person said, "In my personal experience with Robin, she has brought peace of mind to my hectic life. She's like a psychic spiritual empowerment coach that I can rely on, who helps me reset my stamina in 1 hour." Call Bob now at 530-859-2499 and schedule your private one-on-one phone session with Rob and Alexis. If it's more convenient, purchase your session at the Mystic Store on robinalexis.com. That's the Mystic Store at robinalexis.com or call 530-859-2499. Let the metaphysical mother, Robin Alexis, help you keep it together in this unsettling world.
Multicultural, multidimensional even. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis from Mystical Mount Shasta. If it's Wednesday or Sunday, it's Mystic Radio. And if you want to talk to Robin today, give us a call now, toll free, 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. I know you think about it, and I know you think about it every week. Now's your time. Get in, talk to Robin, toll free, 888-298-5569.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Mystical Power School and some of the personal experiences that I've had and why I feel I can be of service to you to help teach you to learn how to manage your own gifts. So, for example, in October of 1998, I was giving a reading for someone. At the time I still lived in New Hampshire, and her brother had been missing for months. And in the process of locating where her missing brother was, in a nanosecond, and I mean a nanosecond, all of a sudden I had all this information about all the different types of terrorist activity that was going to start happening in our country. And I was shown that the first school shooting was going to happen in April of 1999. At the time, my vision was Denver, Colorado, and we know now it was Columbine. But my guides told me that we were going to have a pattern of that in this country, and they told me how and why it was happening and would be occurring. They also showed me that what was going to happen on 9/11. My guides, and I stated previously, it was like in a nanosecond. I knew what was going to happen, and it was absolutely terrifying for me, because what do you do when you're a small town single mother psychic in the White Mountains of New Hampshire when you receive all kinds of information that could really harm thousands of people in your country? What do you do with that? How do you manage it? How do you not go insane? And I had to learn, and I learned by making some mistakes. And I can help you be more comfortable with whatever gifts you're waking up to and help you be able to manage them and to know who to turn to, what to do, how to experience it. For example, if you start getting information and you start reacting to it from your inner child, then you may make decisions about information that you have that is based on something less than your adult self. And that can get you into all kinds of trouble. So it's quite an art to learn to acknowledge that you have these gifts that are opening up, and how are you going to handle them when they don't just impact you, like we talked about a little earlier in the show. You're in the driver's seat. If you hear a voice in your head say take a right instead of a left to avoid getting hurt, that's easier. It's just you. You don't have to report to a bunch of other people, energetically or otherwise. But if you're the type of person where you're getting information about things that could be events that would really hurt a lot of people or a whole area, what do you do with that? We can talk about that in the Mystical Power School. We've also been talking today on the show about precognitive dreams. I had precognitive dreams about the twins. Before I got pregnant, I had a dream I was going to get pregnant with twins and one was going to die. Then the night before my daughter died, I had a dream she was going to die, and I called the hospital. And I said, I'm having these dreams, and will you please put an extra nurse with my baby to make sure that these girls are going to be okay? And they were like, oh, you're just, an overtired mama, just go to sleep. And I gave my power away to them, and I did. I went to sleep, and I woke up to a phone call saying if I didn't get to the hospital in time, I wouldn't see my daughter alive. And sure enough, when I got to the hospital, she was already dead. So if I had been trained by myself, meaning I now have the skill set that I could help my own younger self know what to do. Because now what I know, if I had had a precognitive dream about my baby, you can bet I wouldn't have gone back to sleep because the nurse told me to. I would have gotten in the car and gone to the hospital. And who knows how things might have been different. So if you're starting to wake up and you have gifts, I highly recommend the Mystical Power School. I can help walk you through it. And you call Bob for that. And I don't know how many of these classes I'm going to teach, to be honest with you. I'm starting to get guidance on some other things that I will be teaching. So if you want to know this thing for you, call Bob.
6:30 p.m. Pacific time on September 13th. Just a few seats left. We're probably going to film. We have a lot of feelers out, so if you're interested, give us a call. 530-859-2499. Well, we're going to get back to, let me give the phone numbers out, because if you do want to talk to Robin, pick up the phone, give us a call now. 888-298-5569 is the toll-free number. And locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. We've got Shelley from Seattle. Shelley, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. Shelley, you're on with Robin.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes. I've had a situation happen 3 times where I have fallen, and I keep falling on my right side, and I'm really starting to hurt my right hand. It's such a weird feeling where, I feel like I'm there, but maybe I'm not paying attention. But I can't figure out if this belongs to me or not me, and I think a little bit of this is both. That's mine and not mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I sense is that there's another energy being hosted in you besides just your soul. And my feeling is this might have been an energy that's been there for a long time, and at some point probably was a benevolent experience that you were choosing to have. But now I feel that there's something going on where it's either not working for the being that's in you or for you, and I'm hearing the being in you is trying to escape, actually, is the word I heard, that for some reason it's gotten very uncomfortable being hosted in you. And when I talk to it, it says because it's afraid of upcoming earth changes. So, Shelley, have you been concerned about upcoming earth changes?
I'm always concerned about what is happening on our planet. It's not, so maybe there is always a concern, and I always sit in that space, things that I've learned from yourself, and sending out the energies. I'm very, the waters are something that really affects me. So, yes, might be a combination of what you're saying.
And you live in Seattle area, don't you, Shelley?
Yes.
So
yes,
you're
yes.
surrounded by water everywhere, too.
Correct. And then I also have a cabin where I go to and actually snuggle down into the rocks, and there's a wild river that runs through it, and I can hear the water. Yeah, so for me, I'm very attached to Mother Nature and the earth.
Well, I can certainly feel that. And the invitation that's happening for you is to find where you can connect in with kind of the new earth matrices, let's call it that, or the lattice frequency of the new earth, and see if you can align and calibrate your field. There you go, right there. Did you feel that shift at all, Shelley?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that being is now settling back into your field. So it had gotten uncomfortable because it did not want to collaborate with you in participating in holding the old energy. It wanted you to shift and go, okay, holding the old before was the appropriate thing to do, but now you want to recalibrate, and I can really feel your energy lightening up. How do you feel now?
I feel actually so much better than I have been. I can feel it more so in my third chakra and in my heart. Yes, thank you.
Il che shatiano le catiane le che shatiane cariano e shangai atati il cati le che shatian. Do you have a cat?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the cat is wanting you to speak light language to it. Do you ever talk light language or heart language to your cat?
I haven't been, but sometimes I do out loud just because something will come over me and I'll start whatever that is. So now I know it's light language. So
yes.
I can do that. So how do I know it doesn't make a difference what I'm saying. You're just saying that vibration, that light length, is that what he needs? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And please speak it out loud to the cat. It's like nourishment to him to help him find his cat tribe, who's working with also weaving and holding this new beautiful energy that Cryon has spoken about for a long time. So thank you so much for the call, Shelley. This was exceedingly helpful.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was very helpful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thanks, and we're glad we could assist you. She was amazing. Let's go to Joanna from Seattle. Joanna, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. You're on with Rob and Alexis.
Thank you very much. I just have a question about my childhood. I have no memories of my childhood before age 11, approximately. And I was just wondering, do I have blockages or something that might be stopping me from remembering?
Well, the first thought that came to me is that sometimes people don't remember their childhood because either they have allowed a walk-in to be in them until a certain age, or at that age, say 11, you would have allowed something to come in. My suspicion is that you co-hosted, like the previous caller, a very benevolent being who stayed with you until about age 11, and then you shifted around. And let's see if we can get you to open back up those records, or if it's information. And yeah, see, what happened is you were in so many different multi-dimensions and parallel universes and going in between the folds of time. There's something with you that it's, I think it's called the plates of time. How do you feel when I say that to you? Plates of time, how do you feel?
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because I don't feel that this is my correct place of time. I usually... I'm transported back to perhaps the early 1900s, if not before that, where I feel comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing that with you, that you are actually more there than you are here. It's like you sent... It's interesting because, like I talked about how on the Mystical Power School I will read a future life. And in your case, what I would do is what I'm seeing right now is we have to go back into a past life to read your future life, because your future life is actually what you're experiencing. Now, what may have happened is that you may have either time traveled to this energy and then you got stuck here, or you decided to leave your energy systems here. And I'm hearing, no, what happened is about age 11 is when you slipped through the time vortex, and that whatever you're doing is actually very benevolent. You're one of the keepers of the plates of time, and that we are going to move into a time where people will understand what that is, and it will open the gateways and the doorways to knowledge and information and activations of energies from previous incarnations in other dimensions as well, but it has to come through this different system. So you're working the system, you work in the time, you work in the plates of time, And I don't know if you can Google that and find out anything about it, or if you can just go into your own consciousness. But that would answer the question of why you don't remember before age 11. Your brain can only probably hold so much information, and perhaps that isn't what is necessary for you to fulfill your soul purpose and soul mission at this time. Does this resonate to you, Joanna?
It does. It does. And I was also, if I may ask another question, I feel that I used to be more aware, more sensitive, and somehow I've blocked that. I believe it's because of my feelings in the past. I didn't understand those feelings, and I feared them. And now that I understand that something or someone was trying to come through with a message, I understand that better now. I just don't have that feeling any longer.
Mm. Wow. Well, I think for people like us who can have these types of experiences, it's difficult to find someone else who can witness what we're talking about and not think we're crazy. Right. And so to have the belief in yourself, to know that any belief systems that maybe humans have tried to teach you to diminish your expansive knowing is important to witness that you let it go and you stepped into what actually serves you. There you go. I could feel you coming in even stronger. How do you feel?
I'm feeling more confident about that.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You got a lot of energy coming into that third chakra, a lot of light code activation. Now, do you have a cat too?
I had a very special cat at one time. I don't any longer.
Well, you actually do. That cat is still very much with you and wants you to know that it went into another dimension so that it could work with you on this bigger system. So, very, very special being that cat is. And you can still, like the previous caller, you can speak to that cat in light language out loud, even though he's not in this dimension. He is still with you, and that will help maintain a connection between the two of you.
I understand.
You do.
Do you see anything about a dog?
Well, I was seeing something about a dog, but it's not really clear. It's sort of fuzzy. Do you still have a dog?
No, I had a very special dog up until not quite a year ago.
Yeah, the only thing I see is a dog with thick fur, kind of brown colored fur, and it feels like he either liked to go swimming or is someplace where he's getting in water right now. So that's all I got on that one. So thank you so much for your call, Joanna.
I thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the call. We will be back after these messages. This is Mystic Radio.
Are you satisfied with how your life is going? Do you need some new metaphysical tools? Robin Alexis is now teaching classes with the unique metaphysical lessons she's learned throughout her lifetime. The response to Robin's last class offering was so tremendous, she's added an additional Level 1 class that'll start Thursday, September 13th for 4 consecutive weeks. There are 2 4-week classes, Levels 1 and 2, in Robin's Mystical Power School. The Level 1 class is about taking your power back, and the Level 2 class is how to use that power with Robin's Spiritual Toolkit. Each class is only the cost of 1 session with Robin, so for $298, you can spend over 6 hours learning skills from the master herself. The classes will be taught via conference call. Level 1 will remove the layers of human conditioning that have prohibited you from doing what Robin does and having the life you want. Level 2 will initiate you into the energy alchemy system, which includes a financial body reset. You too can live a soulful life and prosperity. Robin will accept only 8 students for this class, so call 530-859-2499 and sign up now. Students will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis. Robin's next Level 1 class starts on Thursday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time and goes for 4 consecutive weeks. Level 2 dates will be announced later. Email Bob at robinalexis.com for additional class details or call 530-859-2499 and sign up for Robin's Level 1 class now.
Would you like a private psychic as an advocate. In your life right now, during these vulnerable times, wouldn't it be nice to have someone you could speak with that would help you rebalance your energy? You would be surprised how many busy, conscious parents and professionals can't afford to mismanage their energy. They have to have someone help them. These people recognize when their energy is off kilter, and if they're calling me, they trust me to assist them. One of my clients says that I bring her peace of mind to her hectic life, and that she feels like I'm a personal, psychic, spiritual empowerment coach that she can rely on. Would you like a hand up? I'm here to serve you. You call Bob at 530-859-2499 and schedule your one-on-one phone session with me that way, or for your convenience, you can visit the Mystic Store at robinalexis.com. That's robinalexis.com. Visit the Mystic Store or call Bob 530-859-2499 and let me help you get strong to be you and take care of all your responsibilities. Lean on me. Let me serve you.
Need help getting started with self-help? You came to the right place. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio from mystical Mount Shasta, and we are on Wednesdays and Sundays. It is Mystic Radio. So to get in touch with Robin once again for sessions, you can give us a call at 530-859-2499. You can check out her website, robinalexis.com, for all the details about her readings and her books and everything else she has done. And you can follow her on Facebook at Robin Alexis. The Mystical Power School, we have a couple of seats left. September 13th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Spend over 6 hours, 4 consecutive Mondays with Robin. Thanks to all our wonderful callers today. You make the show what it is. And always thanks for Eric back in the studio for flying this bus for us here at Mystic Radio from Mystical Mount Shasta. We'll see you next week, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific time.
And the fairies want you to go hug a fire person that's been fighting these fires. So send them nice energy or give them a hug, buy them a meal or a cup of coffee when you see those folks.
Thanks. This is Mystic Radio.